Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vice, and today I have a Mandibuzz Tapu Lele team. A subscriber requested it, and who am I not to deliver? So this game that I'm showing was in testing when I was building the team, but this was the game that I felt best demonstrated what Mandibuzz is capable of. So I have Homelander Mandibuzz, they have Ferrothorn Feeny. I switch in Rillaboom and try to taunt the Ferrothorn as it goes for a Protect. Feeny Calm Minds. Now this turn I just double Protect, because I have a feeling Feeny's going to protect, and I want to protect my Pokemon. But Incineroar comes in, so my Rillaboom's Protect doesn't go off. Now I switch in Tapu Lele to prevent the Fake Out. Feeny Moonblast into Lele, and I Wood Hammer. It doesn't pick up the KO, but it leaves Feeny super low. So now I want to switch Entei in, because I have a feeling a Flare Blitz is coming. Dazzling Gleam for a little chip. Yep, and Flare Blitz comes into Entei. So this turn, I switch out Lele just in case they have the Kick Bird in the back, but they do reveal Rhyperior. Sacred Fire finishes off Feeny. And now they have Rhyperior, Incineroar, and Ferrothorn in the back, so I switch out Entei just to preserve it for that Ferrothorn. Lele has become expendable, but if I can get off a Moonblast, that's great, so it's awesome that it survives that Rock Slide. Moonblast and Foul Play pick up the Incineroar. And then another Rock Slide finishes off Lele, who's done a great job, and Mandibuzz eats it as well. So now I have Rillaboom. I bring in Rillaboom first just to deal with that Rhyperior. I'm going to taunt Ferrothorn. Rhyperior goes for the Protect, but Gyro Ball does not do enough to Rillaboom to take it out. They go for a Helping Hand with Rhyperior. I Roost with Mandibuzz, and boom. So in theory, with Rocky Helmet, Taunt, and Roost, I should be able to 1v1 this Ferrothorn with Mandibuzz alone, but because it's taunted, it makes the endgame much simpler. I can just go for Sacred Fire. It can't protect, so it has to dodge. And yeah, I felt like that game just really demonstrated best what Mandibuzz was capable of. So during the testing games, while I constructed this team, I'm not going to say Mandibuzz was great. It was decent, but I think that Tapu Lele is actually a really good Pokemon, as is Raichu. This team here has Aegislash, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Regidrago, Sylveon, and Incineroar. Now, Mandibuzz doesn't seem great in this one because of that trio of Sylveon, Regidrago, and Urshifu. They just have a little bit too much damage output for it to deal with, but Lele is really good in this matchup. I just want to bring it in the back to switch in for Fake Outs and maintain it for that Regidrago endgame. So I'm going to lead Homelander. And then I'll pair Homelander with a Fake Out Mon. I actually took Fake Out off of Rillaboom because on this team I felt like Protect was a little bit better than Fake Out. So Raichu is my only Fake Out Mon. I'm going to lead Raichu, but I will bring Rillaboom in the back to help deal with that Sylveon and that Urshifu if it gets out of hand, if it's Scarfed. And then I like Lele. I'm just trying to decide if I want to bring Politoed in this match, and I think Rillaboom's a lot better for dealing with that Sylveon and that Urshifu. So yeah, we'll go Lele. So we got Entei and Raichu in the lead. They have Aegislash, Urshifu. So it's very likely that they switch Aegislash out to save it for my Lele. Bring in Incineroar. So I'm just going to Sacred Fire and Fake Out into the Urshifu. This will let me know if they're sashed. If they're Scarfed. Okay, so we get the burn, and because my Homelander moved first, we know that they're not a Scarf Urshifu. So now I'll go for that Sacred Fire, and I'll Volt Switch into Urshifu. Okay. So now I think I'll bring in Rillaboom. Oh, alright, they had enough. That's an early forfeit. GG. Let's play another game. Okay, so this team here has a Dragonite, Spectrier, Rillaboom, Feeny, Entei, and a Celesteela. Now, Celesteela is pretty good against my team, but I see them bringing that in the back. They probably lead Spectrier just because I have double Fake Out, or it looks like it. Like I said, my Rillaboom doesn't have Fake Out, but I like leading Raichu in this game, because Raichu can get an early Nuzzle off into Spectrier, so that's good. And I think I'll pair it with I don't like Rillaboom just because they have the Entei and the Celesteela and Dragonite. So I'm going to bring Politoed. But actually, nah, you know what? Because I'm going to bring Homelander, I'd like to not lead Politoed. I don't want to disrupt my fire attack. So I'm going to lead Entei and Raichu. I don't love Mandibuzz in this one. I just need a little bit more offense. I'm going to go Rillaboom and Lele. Okay, so we lead Entei and Raichu. They lead Spectre and Dragonite. All right, this is cool. So I can get off a Sacred Fire into Dragonite and try to nuzzle the Spectre. Neither one of these should OHKO either one of my Pokemon. I got the Sash on Raichu, and Dragonite's probably going to set it up. They go for a Protect. They Shadow Ball into Raichu. I get the Nuzzle off, break potential Sash, and Sacred Fire goes into Protect. Now, I could keep the Sacred Fire pressure on Dragonite. But you know what? Nah, I just have a feeling they're going to switch Feeny in. So I'm going to switch Lele in instead. And I'm just going to Volt Switch off the Dragonite. Yep, here comes the Feeny. We're going to feed it a nice little Volt Switch for some solid chip. Bring in Rillaboom to apply that pressure. Shadow Ball does come out. Critical hit. Spadev Drop. We don't care. We eat those. We take those. What do you say we double down here for the fans? I'm going to go Moonblast into Spectre and Grassy Glided. I'm feeling hot right now. This Feeny protects. Yup. Boom. Bang. And that Spectre disappears. Yo, if you enjoy that, you got to subscribe. Let me know in the comment section. How can the reeds be so hot and still so cold at the same time? Come on. Okay, Rillaboom comes out. I do need to save Pikachu to deal with that Dragonite, so I'm going to switch in Homelander, and we'll just protect off this Fake Out. Okay, waiting for the opponent. He's shook right now, completely flabbergasted, cannot believe what just transpired. How could the reeds be so hot, he's saying. Entei comes in, we protect, they get off the Fake Out. Muddy Water connects, of course. Okay, it does good damage, but it's not a KO. I can now go Sacred Fire into Rillaboom, and I'm going to double tap it with Grassy Glide because my Entei is jolly, so it rarely picks up the OHKOs on Rillabooms. Yep, we get the 3-peat on the reeds. They thought we were playing Mons, but I'm conducting an orchestra right now. That's just how it goes. Sacred Fire connects, Rillaboom's gone. It's safe to say that this game did not start off the way they wanted it to. So, Tapu Fini comes in. Now, as long as I can position the Lele properly, I should have this game in the bag. I don't want to protect here because I don't get my terrain back. I can sack Ashnico. She's done her job. I like to keep that Sacred Fire pressure on Dragonite. We get the burn. Very good. They go for a Dragon Dance. Muddy Water KOs Entei, but Raichu survives. So I'd say we came out of that turn well. Now, I want to save Rillaboom because I don't want that Dragonite to deal with it while Feeny protects. So I'm just going to go for a Moonblast into Dragonite. And it's a good time to nuzzle that Feeny just to be annoying. I can't Fake Out because of my terrain. So, yep. They protect. We get off a nuzzle. Now, just going to continue Moonblasting into Dragonite, and I'll Volt Switch out into the Rillaboom this time. Get some chip on this Feeny, just in case it's an extra bulky Feeny. I mean, it won't matter. I have Wood Hammer and it's paralyzed, so I'm definitely outspeeding even though my... Oh, they get a double protect, so Moonblast doesn't KO. Volt Switch does great damage. In comes Rillaboom. Rillaboom eats the Muddy Water and doesn't get an accuracy drop, so they need a triple protect to win this game because Burnt Dragonite is not OHKOing either one of these Mons with extreme speed. That should be GG. Yeah. Grassy Glide goes off. Moonblast goes off, and game over. So, yeah, Raichu was especially good in that game just to maintain the nuzzle pressure on that Spectre that could have got out of hand. Let's play another one. Okay, here we have a variation of everyone's favorite Trick Room team. I'm going to bring Entei and Rillaboom. And then Politoed is really good against the Torkoal and the Stakataka. Lele could be good against the Venusaur, but I think all in all, Mandibuzz is just better. This is a great game for Mandibuzz. So they lead Torkoal Venusaur for going the Trick Room route. I'm going to just go for a Sacred Fire into Venusaur. And then Protect with Rillaboom. Yep, they switch in Indeedee. Rillaboom protects. I get off a nice Sacred Fire in the sun. It doesn't OHKO, but Eruption doesn't do half to Homelander, so we're sitting pretty. I'm going to Snarl here, and then U-turn off the Torkoal. You know what? If I lose Rillaboom, that's okay. I'm going to U-turn off of Indeedee. Yeah, Torkoal swaps. Figured they'd probably want to swap Torkoal out because I have Politoed in the back most likely, and they want their sun back, so. U-turn finishes off Indeedee. I can bring in Bryce, the Mandibuzz. It's pretty good against everything they have. Okay, so Hatterene, Sacred Fire, and Foul Play. Hopefully KO this in the sun. And neither of these Pokemon can go to sleep. Safety Goggles and Overcoat are really nice against Venusaur. Okay, no Citrus Berry, and Hatterene goes down. And that's game over. So Mandibuzz put in a little work there. Nothing crazy, but a little work. Let's see if we can't play a few more and give Bryce the Mandibuzz a little more time to shine. Wow, full Reggie team. So, it's a cool theme team, but they don't have any fake out or terrain control. So, if I play this one well, it shouldn't be too difficult. Homelander goes off. He can get a burn onto Regirock. It's great into Reggie-Ice and Reggie-Steel. And Regigigas, because it has slow start. The only Pokemon that give Homelander issues are Regieleki and Regidrago if it's Scarfed. So, I think that Raichu would be the best pairing with Homelander for the lead, just because if they lead that Regieleki and that Regidrago and or I can kind of slow them down. Rillaboom is really important in this matchup to deal with that Regirock, and then I like Lele for the Regidrago if it starts getting out of hand. Okay, they lead Reggie-Ice and Reggie-Steel, so yeah, Reggie-Steel is, in my opinion, the most threatening Pokemon in this team. I want a Sacred Fire into it right away, and I'll just fake out the Reggie-Ice for now. Reggie-Steels can set up the Iron Defense and the Amnesia and just be really tough to kill. But if I don't KO their other Pokemon around it and let them waste a few turns setting up, especially if they're burned, I can safely get off a Roar on them after they've set up. So they double protect, so first turn is moot, but I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. Sacred Fire into Reggie-Steel, and then I can go for a Nuzzle into Reggie-Ice, but I kind of want to Volt Switch out. This Nuzzle, not that important. I'm going to Volt Switch out. That way I have Regieleki counter still intact. Okay, we'll bring in Lele here. Okay. Sacred Fire does good damage. Doesn't KO, but it does get the burn. Body Press does absolutely nothing. And Ice Beam does a decent chunk, but nothing crazy. So, good turn, I'd say. Now I'm going to Sacred Fire into the Reg-Ice. And I'm going to switch Raichu back in. Still want to save that Lele. Okay, they protect Reg-Ice. Good play. They go for a Heavy Slam into my Electric type. So good turn for me. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to Sacred Fire into that Reg-Ice and just Volt Switch off of Reggie-Steel. Okay, in comes Regigigas. We Volt Switch off. Doesn't do much damage. I'm going to bring in Rillaboom just to start healing up my Pokemon. Okay, Sacred Fire. Doesn't get the burn, doesn't do much damage either, so it's really defensive, Regigigigis. I'm going to Sacred Fire into the... I'm thinking they're going to protect Registeel now that they've gotten that Iron Defense up, so... I'm going to Wood Hammer into Regigis. KOs. They go for a Body Press. We roar them out, and we heal up a little bit with Homelander and Rillaboom. So I have a free Sacred Fire into Regice and Wood Hammer into Regirock. Okay, we get the burn on Regice. Wow, that Regirock is bulky. It took a Wood Hammer, Life Orb, and Grassy Terrain. That's crazy. But I can just Volt Switch off Regice and Grassy Glide Regirock. There's not much counterplay to this. Yeah. Registeel comes in. It'll probably survive. Yeah, it does. But, yeah, it's game over. Just a little overwhelming my team was for the Regimen squad, huh? I got time for a couple more games. Okay. Shout out my man Larive is done, fellow Comfey fanatic. So, I like to lead Lele here. It's good against that Umbreon. And Rillaboom goes well with it too. Yeah, the two of them put... The only thing I don't like though is if they lead Nidoking and Umbreon. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Homelander and Rillaboom. And then I can save the Lele in the back. Yeah, exactly. Nidoking, Umbreon. So... I'm going to Sacred Fire into the Umbreon and Wood Hammer into it. Okay, wow, they protect Nidoking. That's huge for me. Sacred Fire. Does this double tap KO? A little foul play. Boom. Yes, it does. Okay. So, now, I'm going to Grassy Glide Comfey and Sacred Fire it. Get a little double tap. Boom. Wow. Single tap. Critical hit KO. Sorry, Comfey. Sacred Fire into the Nidoking. Yeah, almost KOs. Earth Power finishes off Homelander. But yeah, this is what I wanted. So now I can bring Politoed in. I don't want to get rid of Terrain because I want to Grassy Glide that Nidoking. So I'm going to Scald into Corviknight. Why not go for the Muddy Water? Yeah, I'm going to Muddy Water, and then I'll just Protect. Okay, Sludge Bomb, very good. Muddy Water picks up the double, or the single KO, and good damage on Corviknight. Corviknight goes for the Iron Defense. I'm going to Scald it and Wood Hammer it. So basically what I want to do is I want to just get it low. Okay, Wood Hammer. I want to give myself a free switch into Lele by Wood Hammering. So I'm going to Scald here. But you know what? They're faster than me, so I can U-turn. Yeah, they're faster, so I'll Scald them, drop them low. They can Roost again. I'm going to U-turn. And then now I still have plenty of turns of Rain, so that with the combination of Scald and Thunder, this Corviknight is not surviving. That's why this Lele is called Pikachu, because it's got that Thunder on deck. Yep. He must have saw it coming. GG. Sorry about your Comfey. That was cold. I'm sorry about that. But we take those. Now let's run that back, Turbo. Yeah, I'm not sure if this team is better than the Triple Weather, but I do like the combination of Lele and Raichu. I could see myself using those in future teams. Okay, interesting team. We got Kickbird, Staccatica, Metagross, Bronzong, Indeedee, and Gastroyawn. I like to lead Politoed and Rillaboom. Politoed does good damage into everything, and then Rillaboom is just in case they have Gastroyawn. I'm going to bring Mandibuzz, let it get some more shine. And then Homelander in the back, just to spread burns, good into Metagross. Snarl pressure. Okay, so Kickbird and Indeedee lead. Now, my min speed Rillaboom did win the terrain war, so I'm threatening Fake out. I'm going to go for Muddy Water just in case of Gastrodon, and I'll just U-turn off of Indeedee. Okay, Metagross switches in. Yeah, they protect Zapdos. Muddy Water misses, but I do get the U-turn off. In comes Mandibuzz, young Bryce. I'm going to go for Scald now that I showed Muddy Water. I'm going to Foul Play. Boom. So they KO Mandibuzz, but I did get the burn onto Zapdos. Homelander can come in here. I can Muddy Water and Sacred Fire Metagross, but you know what? I'm not worried about the Metagross. I'm going to Muddy Water and I'm going to Sacred Fire Zapdos. Yeah, Politoed's faster than Metagross, so Muddy Water should hit. Okay, they protect. Sacred Fire KOs in the rain. Now, if they had Gastrodon, they would have showed it by now. Okay, we got Indeedee. I'm just going to go for Muddy Water and Snarl. Okay, Snarl connects. Muddy Water double connects. We get the accuracy drop on Indeedee. She still double connects, but because of the Snarl, it didn't do as much damage as it would have. Now they are forced to reveal their last Pokemon. It is Gastrodon, so we are not worried about Gastrodon. I'm just going to Muddy Water and Snarl. Rillaboom can finish both of these Pokemon off. Okay, Snarl. Muddy Water connects with Indeedee. Very nice. They KO Homelander, but now Rillaboom is free to come in and have his way with Gastroyon. So Icy Wind. Wood Hammer, bring down the hammer. Let's go. Down goes Gastrodon. Light work. Okay, let's see what we draw for the last match of the episode. Alright, we got Regieleki, Dracovish, super hyper offensive team. Urshifu, Darmanitan, Mienshao, and Rillaboom. I like leading Fake Out and Homelander. So Raichu, Homelander. This is a good game for Bryce. You know what, though? I want to keep Raichu's Sash intact. So I'm going to lead Homelander and Rillaboom. I'm going to bring Lele in the back. And yeah, I got to go Raichu with the Sash. This team is so hyper offensive. Okay, yeah, they do lead Mienshao and Dracovish. So, jeez. Homelander's a sitting duck, and they can Fake Out my Rillaboom. God, there's nothing I can do to protect Entei here. I'm just going to get an Extreme Speed off into Mienshao and protect Rillaboom. Hopefully they try to double in. Okay, Fake Out. Extreme Speed. Okay, it does do more than half. Yeah, Dracovish just Vicious Rends us. I could bring Lele in, but I may want a Grassy Glide. So I'm going to go Raichu. Threaten the Fake Out. But I'm just going to Volt Switch off of Mienshao because I'm faster, and I'll Wood Hammer the Dracovish. Okay, yeah, here comes Regieleki. Okay. Oh, I didn't think this through. Now my Wood Hammer definitely doesn't pick up. Yeah. But how do I win this? I'm going to swap. I don't know how to win this. I just kind of seared myself with that terrain. Let's just U-turn off the Dracovish if we can. Yeah, I have to sack Raichu here because I need Lele, and I need them not to KO Rillaboom here. I need terrain. Okay, Raichu. Protect. Cool, Vicious Rend. That's awesome. So I U-turn, and now I'll have terrain the way I want it. Tapu Lele, Rillaboom. Okay, they bring out Mienshao. This is tricky. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam here and protect, and I just need to hope that they don't double into Lele. Okay, cool. Fake Out does go into Rillaboom. Thunderbolt doesn't pick up, so Dazzling Gleam KOs the Mienshao. And we have a Lele, a Rillaboom, and a Dream. I'm going to go for the Grassy Glide into Regieleki, and then Dazzling Gleam Darmanitan. Okay, they missed an Icicle Crash, but Lele did outspeed, so even if they KO'd Rillaboom there, then I would have finished them off with a single target Dazzling Gleam. So that's game. That's where they end it, and that's where we will end it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. And if you want the team, let me know in the comment section. I will provide the details below. Thank you. Peace.